Okay, I'm going to do this the best way I can. I do the dental surgery stuff. It's best not to show my mouth or anything right now. That, and I'm sick and I got a cold, but I'm here to do a Monday Night Raw review anyways, okay? So what do I have to say about this show, huh? Was there some things coming out the night after SummerSlam? Yes, it was. Some important things? Yes, I do agree. Do I think this was a good show? I'm a little iffy here and there, but we saw some really exciting and surprising things on this show tonight. Some interesting things that was announced, some very big return. A lot of things going on Raw tonight, especially the night after SummerSlam, still here in Toronto. But pretty much, what do? We start off the show on this tonight, huh? First off, we kicked it off with Seth Rollins, the new Universal Champion, coming out. Pretty much talking about what he did last night to beat Brock Lesnar. Fans said it burned it down. Rollins said he had to be honest because he didn't know any other way, but he had to do what he did to beat Brock Lesnar. Rollins pretty much said that Lesnar's everything that he's supposed to be. He's a beast in the ring. Fans said the Beast Slayer, but Rollins, said that when he entered the tank, the fans come alive. And at the moment, this is one of the biggest things in his career right now. And he said that fans took him to a place where only they could go together, and now that he is the Universal Champion again. But as he continued to talk, the OC came out with AJ Styles. Of course, they came out doing the Too Sweet thing, the original club, California, whatever you want to joke you want to make from at that point. But Styles said that, I want to be the first to congratulate you, alright? The OC wants to congratulate you on what you did last night. They clapped, but here's where it gets tricky, Seth. You see, you don't gotta worry about Brock Lesnar no more, okay? But you have to worry about the next man standing in front of you, and that's me. Styles pretty much challenged him to prove who's the better champion tonight. No title shot, but who's the better champion. Rollins pretty much says, he's always had a ton of respect for AJ Styles. Fans chanted yes, but he doesn't have that respect for him anymore. But that doesn't mean he's going to back down from a fight from him. It would teach him a lesson. Styles wanted to shake his hand. As Gallows and Anderson left the ring, Rollins did shake his hand. As AJ smiled, then the OC looked, they were going to get back and attack Rollins, but AJ and them pretty much backed off then after that. So, it's an okay segment. Good opening for the show. I guess set up for later tonight. Is AJ Styles the next challenger for Seth Rollins now? And everything? Will he be the next guy for the title? Probably at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view if necessary, because now they got the OC versus Seth Rollins now. Where is this going? It's a lot of belts right here. So could AJ Styles be the next challenger? He was a challenger before when Seth had the belt the first time, but can he be the challenger again, huh? Let's see what's going to happen from this. Street Profits were in the back, pretty much having Toronto Blue Jays shirts on. After they successfully defended the titles at, TakeOver and everything. They talked about SummerSlam and stuff, but Angelo Dawkins there was a little bit tired. SummerSlam after party last night. He was late, he was dehydrated, the guy was thirsty. Sami Zayn didn't show up there, talk about the Street Profits, say, oh, you guys like new and exciting, huh? With this place. These parasites will suck the life out of you. If you mean the creative team that could probably kill these guys, then yes, since every rehearsal NXT comes up on Monday Night Raw to make Ross and Jim Roll, they end up either getting buried or the life sucked out of them. And this is true, so I don't know if that was a shot at creative in that, but this is all true, though. I will not disagree with that. And he talked about, he loves Becky Lynch when she became the man, but now it's manufactured now. There's some truth to that. But Dawkins pretty much said this happened for everyone, including Samoa Joe, especially Samoa Joe, as Sami Zayn said. Joe was behind him. Joe challenged him, like, you from Canada, right? Just where you from? Why don't you prove like you suffered tonight out there instead of being Kevin Owens' water boy? He pretty much pushed him to the ground as he walked off. But before that, they announced the King of the Ring tournament. Now, I got some interesting things to say about this tournament. I am surprised that it is back. The King of the Ring tournament has not worked well for many people in the past few years. When was the last time they did it? 2014, 2015, I think it was. And Wade Barrett was the King of the Ring winner, which went nowhere. The guy, all he did was have this crown and a throne, I think, and a king's hat. which was very one-dimensional when you become the King of the Ring. Now, the King of the Ring tournament, I do remember in the past, has elevated people up to somewhere bigger, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, of course, the birth of 316 happened from there. But other people have won the King of the Ring, from Triple H to Kurt Angle to Edge to Booker T, Billy Gunn. Who else has won the King of the Ring? Sheamus, Brock Lesnar. Trying to see who else won the King of the Ring. Bret Hart, Harley Race. Several people have won the King of the Ring. Now, this is supposed to elevate people's careers and get them somewhere bigger, or at least too close to a world title shot. And everything with the King of the Ring has always been around. Now, the King of the Ring the past few years has not been good, because I think it's been a bunch of job guys in there. Now, this is supposed to be a 16-man tournament next week. I do know that. Reading a little bit more detail in it. Now, I don't know these are the full participants in there, but to what I read, who will be in the King of the Ring match, though, from Raw and excuse me, I have this cold is just not doing me any favors tonight. But this is who we got in this whole thing. To what I've read, you got Miz, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Mustafa Ali, Kevin Owens, Chad Gable, Almas, Shelton Benjamin, Sami Zayn, Cedric Alexander, Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, Cesaro, Elias, and Samoa Joe. Listen, this tournament is very interesting. I do want to be on board with it. I'm not going to get my hopes too high for a number one, because this could turn south real quick. And like somebody told me tonight, Baron Corbin is in it, right? Yeah, they will do some silly stuff and have Baron Corbin win the tournament knowing this company, okay? And don't get me wrong, they would. Now, I am interested to see. There could be some good matchups from this, and this could elevate people. I want to say that. I really, really do. Ford telling Rey Mysterio to keep his head up and everything. But they tried to go to Dawkins, talking about the women's tag title match once he was passed out. And then you just saw the guy drinking a whole bunch of water. Then his fans chanted chug, chug, chug. Drew McIntyre was getting ready for his match. Say he was going to knock Cedric Alexander's skull off, which this was possibly the best match of the entire night. I was surprised they didn't say this at King of the Ring next week, but this match was great. I loved it, okay? This was, like, insane. From the Spanish Fly off the top rope, going to the top rope with the Spanish Fly from that. I don't know what that was. I still looked a little sloppy, but, like, Cedric going across the ropes on Drew, and it kind of hit him almost like a Hurricane Rod, but into a spinning DDT, which looked freaking cool, I will say that. So that was very enjoyable. And one thing I like, Cedric hit the suicide dive outside, but McIntyre catching him, doing it belly to belly onto the floor. He didn't even hit the steel part, the entrance way. He hit the concrete. That looked painful. That was painful, I will say that. Cedric even tried to hit a lumbar check on the outside of the ring and then tried to go for one in. But pretty much then after that, McIntyre hit a crazy Claymore kick on Cedric, which the guy went inside out, getting the win. So that was the best match of the night. I really did enjoy that. Cedric and Drew was putting on some good shit out there. I will say that. Especially even in this crowd also for Toronto. They did love this match. So that was something that was very enjoyable. Bobby Roode, Robert Roode, surprisingly, he still works in this company when he gets No Way Jose. Of course, he had his little dancing guys with him. Couldn't see Stone Rockwell from Impact Wrestling out there. The guy was dressed like Indiana Jones, so I knew who he was. But, pretty much, I have nothing much to say from this Why Was This Even match. Bobby Roode, Robert Roode won, glorious DDT. Is he getting the push? I don't really think so. This match just felt there to be there. But pretty much then after that, Cruiser interviewed Paul Heyman as he talked about how WWE ruled out that Brock Lesnar could have a rematch against Seth Rollins for the Universal title. As Heyman pretty much, he was pissed about it, but they're going to do something about it, though, I guess, as he went to Brock's locker room. So, I guess they'll figure something out from this. The Revival. Why? When it gets Lucha House Party. Why? Grand Metalik and Dorado. There's nothing much to say from this, but R-Truth coming out with the usual squad and chasing him. Carmella trip Spud. The Revival end up hitting the heart attack finisher on R-Truth then, which they both won the title, so I guess they're now part of this running joke too. Kalisto did a kick from the top rope, springboarded him. Wilder to pull Kalisto off, Dash Wilder pulled up Kalisto off of Dawkins there so he wouldn't win. But R-Truth ended up getting the pin on Dawson for the win. So Truth is now a 12-time champion as the usual suspects chased him. They celebrated in the back until Elias came and hit him with KOTR. Now he becomes a 3-time 24/7 champion. So there you go. The silliness continues. And do not be surprised if you see this on SmackDown tomorrow night. So yes, the 24/7 thing continues, folks. The silliness. Natalya came out as she had, had her arm in a sling, which had somewhat of a good reaction, but she talked about her match last night at SummerSlam. And yes, she did tap out, but, she did have an MRI tomorrow because of dislocated elbow. But Natalya, she said that she would take the thing. She said back in Becky Lynch, she said no, she wouldn't, and they would do it again at some point. But if she would talk about her dad that she actually lost a year ago, I guess yesterday, which the fans look like they did not even care. You hear a board chant at one point. She's from your country, but you got to turn on her. And Natalya, talking about she saw her in a dream, and that, told her to believe in herself, which really, very sentimental, but like these people didn't care. Next thing you know, Sasha Banks finally making her big return. We have not seen Sasha Banks since WrestleMania. Throughout all the months of rumors about her leaving the company or her sitting at home, waiting for her contract to run out, possibly pulling a Neville just because what this company has done to her, and Bayley just screwing her several times. Listen, this is the first time we've seen Sasha do this before. I'm not going to get into that whole story. I've already said what I had to say about it before. But Sasha is back. She's still in the company. And through many different hair color changes we've seen mostly on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff. crowd pot big for her, which it kind of like, I kind of knew by the wig by a second there, really, because it just looked like a wig. And pretty much she went in and hugged Natalya. But the next thing you know, the crowd went nuts when she attacked when she attacked Natalya then. And, you know, she pulled the wig off, which she had blue hair this time. So we have a blue hair Sasha this time. Trust me, she had several different hair colors on Twitter. But her hair was blue. She started beating the crap out of Natalya, throwing her out all over the place. And here's the crazy thing about this. The fans chanted, "Thank you, Sasha." So no one gave a crap about Natalya's sentimental speech, you know, about her dad that died, and they just was like, "Thank you, Sasha," so we didn't have to hear Natalya. Well, what about turning on your own countrymen, I guess you say girls from Canada, where y'all from? But hey, I guess it just doesn't work with her, and they just didn't give a crap about Natalya, pretty much. But Sasha ran Natalya to the steps again and pretty much threw her all over the place. Becky Lynch came up because I'm going to say the crowd pops big. Both her and Banks just throwing punches back and forth, back and forth. But Sasha got the better hand of her. And pretty much, you know, she ran Becky to the barricade. Sasha grabbed the chair, pretty much beating her with a chair several times to the back. Referee showed to break it up. Sasha pretty much backed off then and pretty much says, "Who's the man now?" And pretty much, you know, slapped her and everything before she left, walking backstage. So a big return for Sasha Banks back in the company now. Heel Sasha Banks. NXT heel shot Sasha Banks, I should say, really. So she was back in the fold. It is great to see her. She looked great, and I guess this now sets up Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the women's title. So finally, they have given Becky a very big opponent now. I will say that, because they just didn't really have nobody that people really cared about for Becky going against. So this is going to be a big one between her and Sasha Banks. But I will say, they just got it crapped all over Natalya out there. Even in her own country, like, there was no sympathy towards her. As soon as Sasha came back and the heel, which I'm sure people have waited many years to see heel Sasha Banks back, they finally done it. They pulled the trigger. They have turned her heel. So let's hope the company cannot screw this one up again, because they have screwed way too many times with Sasha Banks. So let's hope she does not walk out again, and let's see where this can go with her being a heel. And the blue hair work. I will say the blue hair works too. We see like purple and red or whatever, but let's see where this goes, folks. And right now, it's off to a great start, I should say. And the fans are cheering like she was a face when she beat up Natalya. So they didn't really even boo her that much. They cheered her, really, because they just didn't care about Natalya. So there you go. So I guess we can shut down the rumors of Sasha going to AEW, whatever. So let's hope they can get this right, folks. All we can do now is wait and see what happens till next week. But like I said before, we're off to a great start. But what do we go to next after that? Viking Raiders versus Jobbers. I do not care. Give them real competition. I don't care. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss were being interviewed about their match tonight. Talking about without former chatting champions. And they're going to go to Kabuki Warriors tonight. They promoted the SmackDown 20th anniversary show October 4th in LA when they debut on Fox. A lot of people are going to be there. So, hey, SmackDown getting 20 years. There's going to be a lot of people on there. I heard from The Rock, Austin, Cena, and others. Hey, I'm good with that. We had the 1,000th episode last year, so why are we going to the 20th year now? So, I've been there since SmackDown from the beginning, and I'm all the way up here till now. But pretty much going on into the tag match. Listen, the match was alright. Crowd didn't really seem to care, look like, even though, I guess, who are the heels here now? I'm assuming Bliss and Nikki Cross are the heels in this. All I can really take from this was Cross kind of, Bliss pulling Cross in, to save her and everything so she can get the tag. And once again, folks, they beat Kairi Sane in the middle of the freaking ring. Why? I don't know. Dude, I just don't care. I don't really care. I'm trying to care, but I just don't really care where these tag belts are going or whatever this is supposed to be with this. I don't even know. I just don't know anymore. So, and to be honest, what tag teams do you have left? Seriously, what tag teams do you have left? I don't know in the women's division. Rose and Deville, that's all I can think of. Start making up makeshift ones, because I don't even understand these belts anymore at this point. I swear to God, I don't. They played the King of the Ring video package, which is pretty good. to talk about next week and former King of the Ring with it. So at least they are hyping this up, I will say, to add to be important. So we'll see where this goes. AJ Styles went against Seth Rollins then. I hate these freaking commercials and all of this. The match was okay for what it was, almost 10 minutes. But where do we go from this? Disqualification because Gallows and Anderson get involved and they start beating up AJ. They start beating up Seth Rollins, but Ricochet comes out for the save there, but Gallows and Anderson ended up hitting with the boot of doom. They were going to do that Styles Clash off the top rope thing, but Braun Strowman, who has not done anything important in a very long time now, is back again, and he pretty much cleared the ring, taking down the club, which looked pretty brutal, I will say that. AJ, like, he thought to try to go for like some, it was like a running power slam, like, well, AJ tried to go like some hurricanrana, but Strowman caught him, hit him with a running power slam, and he hit another power slam on him again, which Strowman, he went and got the Universal title, and he gave it back to Seth Rollins, shaking his hand then. So I'm assuming it'll be a 6-man tag with all these guys next week. But overall, I don't think this was a that bad of a show. Don't get me wrong, you still have your negative parts here and there from this, but overall, I will say, not a bad Raw, I will say that. The highlight you can really take from this was the biggest highlight was Sasha Banks coming back into Monday Night Raw, so her making a big return, that was the biggest highlight. The King of the Ring tournament being announced. I liked Cedric versus Drew a lot. So there were some good things to pop off from this. Now, don't get me wrong, you say a bunch of bad things. If you want to count the 24/7 title bad or good, you can go whatever you want. But I just don't really care about the women's tag match belts that much. I just don't really. I don't even know why they have Bobby Roode versus Noah Jose. That just felt super random to me. Ziggler, I just don't care. Okay, I just don't. Where is this going? I got no clue. Buried. That's what I say from it. Who else? Yeah, in the last part was kind of okay. I don't know how people get care of Strowman that much right now since they kind of killed this guy several times, but we'll see from this. But overall, this was a very newsworthy Raw. I will say that. And we saw some newsworthy things. We'll see what SmackDown can go from this tomorrow. So it wasn't back to business as usual. Well, it still was business as usual in some parts. Especially with that 1 and 2 out of 3 falls of Ray and Almas. We'll see where that goes. But when the King of the Ring tournament happens next week, we will see. But let's see what happens on SmackDown tomorrow night, too. So this was a very newsworthy Raw going into this. But other than that, I will be back with a G1 Climax review 29. Because I got a lot to say about the G1 as soon as I get to that video. Especially I got to talk about this up here. So very shocking things that happened with that. So I will have a G1 review posted sooner or later. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow sometime. But other than that, I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Check out my SummerSlam review. Check out my NXT TakeOver Toronto review. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.